What's going on, everybody? Ian Walsh here, Hard Money Bankers, joined my partner, Ryan Walsh, Hard Money Bankers. Ryan, what's up?
Well, hello. Happy Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. I actually realized I made a joke this morning. So, you know those commercials that, like, I stop people from turning into their parents, as the new homeowners from turning into their parents?
Those are my favorite commercials. I love those.
They are good. They are. Some of them are really good.
Yeah.
The delivery of the guy with the mustache is like, I don't know. He just nails it.
Exactly.
But I realized this morning as I looked down, I had sweatpants on, I had this flannel on, and I was like, oh man, I was like,
oh, hey, Dad.
Yeah, I'm really close to the way my dad used to roll. That's for sure. And I even have like those collapsible heel Tiva, but they're not slippers. They're not like band over slippers. They're like, slide your feet in. So,
so they're a little different.
They're a little different, but I'm like and said that I'm like the modern day version of
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Your kids are looking at you the same way you looked at.
Yeah, not yet, because they don't know how to, like, they don't know style yet, but they will. Because it's just, I get it. I just get how, like, as you grow older, how much more important like comfort is than style.
See the pants I'm wearing?
Yeah, like that, right? Yeah, it's just comfort is like so much more important than anything else. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about today is I was just rolling through the news feed. So the whole big deal about Evergrande just quietly collapsing. That's what's happening right now.
No big deal.
So with that said, it's like, so the insider gist of it is they're just not simply making a payment, but what it was interesting to me was that it basically just ends up leading to a large, drawn out restructuring and possible interesting comment of nationalization, meaning basically, China takes it over, which I could see being the play from the beginning. But even with a default, it doesn't appear that this could happen quickly. Unless, actually, I don't want to say that, because on the surface in the article, it looks like it's just going to be kicked down the road for years. But in the reality of situations, it could be bigger than expected, and then it rolls out with like, this is too hard to control, et cetera, et cetera. So it could still happen pretty quickly and viciously, but the way this is, first of all, the market did nothing. Like, the market did not care. Like, the market is just doing its Santa rally straight up right now. As far as though the announcement goes, it just doesn't appear to, I guess it was just all a good use of a headline to drop the market, get to a cash grab, and run back up. That's all I got.
I was going to say, I think it was just another cash grab back in September, right? That's what it appears to be. So,
yeah. I don't see it as much more. Gosh, everything's just a cash grab. Everything's a cash grab. COVID's a cash grab. 2008 was a cash grab. It's all just a cash grab.
I mean, why not? It's nobody questions it. So why wouldn't you just keep doing it?
Sure, do it until, I guess, I don't know, do it forever. Do it as long as you want, I guess. Yeah. So the company on Monday said state representatives have taken the majority of seats on the new risk management committee. So essentially, China is taking over Evergrande, and China will own all of these 90 million. They're going to be the biggest real estate. I mean, if they're not already the biggest real estate owners in the world, they're going to be by generations upon generations the biggest real estate owners in the world. Like, that's more housing than probably like every country combined, kind of thing. I did see an interesting topic though, that Elon Musk yesterday, he said that China is the new big boy on the block, or the new big kid on the block, and we're not number one. The United States is not, the economy is not number one. So that's interesting.
If it is true, it just hasn't been realized yet by the public, right?
Yeah.
But I also think there's a lot that needs to still happen in order for that to happen, for any currency to become the new number one, right? Like, everything's still based off of the U.S. dollar, I'd say, right now. But I think to his point, like, there's like a shift happening, right? Or maybe shift isn't the right word, but maybe like the race is closer than it ever has been.
Or it's already happened. You don't even know it.
Or they already passed us, correct? Yeah, or they already did.
Yeah. In other news, though, I also saw. Did you see this? The Jesse Smollett. Are you familiar with the Jussie Smollett case?
Nope.
So Jesse Smollett was an actor that I guess claimed he made a claim during like when the Black Lives Movement was very pronounced that I think he claimed like there was he had a racial attack outside of a hotel or something, and then it was just proved that it was just made up, like just straight up made up, and he's like a B or C level actor, but he seems to be crazy. Like the way this is rolling out is he seems to be nuts.
Sure.
So it's been confirmed that he like made up the incident. So they're like pressing charges for him making up the incident because it garnered like national news, like it put him on the spotlight and stuff like that. But it's getting crazy. Like I was just reading some of the overview of it. It's like he's blaming an ex-drug dealer that he like hooked up with in a bathhouse. I mean, it's just, and then there was like anti-gay rhetoric. So here it is. So Smollett blames police, black, white, MAGA men, and anti-gay lover in surreal defense of hoax attack. Like it's a charade.
That's interesting that you're talking about that trial going on right now. And
Yeah.
Not
right. Looking for any Giselle Maxwell or headlines. That? Yeah, who? No. So far, just Pfizer says 3 doses of the jab can cure Omicron, which doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't see any of the sex trafficking case of the world leaders. No.
Cool.
Literally don't see it. I mean, you would think it'd be every line, but. And this news source is obviously not like a highly filtered news source. Like this isn't,
it's probably just pulling from a bunch of different news sources, and it's just not there for them to pull.
Still looking. Hold on, let me see.
You might have to go for a long time here.
It's crazy, right? I mean, usually there's at least a headline when I check. No.
Nope.
Not even nothing. Nope. Yep. That's where we are right now. So, anyways, Evergrande doesn't matter. It's all a cash grab. We'll wait till the next cash grab. I mean, the thing we have looming right now, which is a perfect setup that we were messaging about, was the debt ceiling thing again, which is it's perfect for swinging a leg down in the market, right? So the interesting thing is we don't know when we run out of cash. That's what they say. So it could be, the headline was, it could be as early as this week, potentially into February. So they have like 90 days to then go. They could just pretty much every week go, all right, we need to push the vote. We're going to run out of cash next week. Oh, we're not running out of cash. We're going to run out of cash next week. You could just do this all the way as long as you want. Nobody knows the answer. So you could just spin headlines on this thing for a while. You probably have like 3 or 4 good market drops out of the debt ceiling before the market stops caring, because you can really make it look like a crisis like several times. Like tomorrow, the United States runs out of money. Oh, they pushed it. We already pushed it down the road once, right? To December 3rd, which just like came and went.
Yep.
So,
which I thought they then pushed to February, but it sounds like you don't really know. Maybe February.
Yeah. So it's just going to be all headline based garbage. Again, though, lining up to see what this quarter one. I mean, it's a perfect chess piece for the quarter one play. To start using. Like that's a good one to roll into January with. In terms
I mean, they've moved, or they've shown their major cards that they're going to have. They're like showing the cards they have up their sleeve. They're like, okay, we can play this debt ceiling whenever we want. We can play Evergrande whenever we want. We can play inflation whenever we want. We can play COVID whenever we want, right? So if there's like a time that they want to just be like, all right, we're going to do this. They're just going to have all 4 of those all at once. Just be like, boom.
Well, or it was like that game that you and I used to play, or like the game Magic, right? So you have your deck of each one has like its own ability, and you want to play it in the right order against the opponents. I don't really know who the opponents are, but the rest of the world. So like you could either play them all at once and drop them all, or you have like a scenario where you're like, all right, we're going to play this, and then it's going to bleed out the other guy for a while, and then we're going to hit him with this card, which has like the the shock and all fear effect. I feel like you could like make you could make that's a great game we should make, like an economic card deck that you play against each other with like abilities that each kind of thing has based on a news headline. You have to and you got to make it on real news headlines.
How to play the stock market, like the card game.
yeah. Like I'm gonna play this, and this card in this order. And like, oh, you got a really stacked deck. You have like COVID, Omicron, and 2008. How'd you get that 2008? That's collector's edition.
It's a rare card. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
the war card. You have like the Russia-Ukraine war card.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have like nuke cards. You have like the Chinese versus America World War III card. Just straight up drop that and just clear the board. So yeah, unfortunately, like it's not that. I really wonder if that's how it's all happening. Like behind the scenes, it's like two guys just playing like a card deck. Like yeah, that's it.
Every day they get to play one card.
Yeah, but the other guy can counter it, so it's hard to move the deck unless you're using bigger cards. So.
Great.
All right. Well, that's what we got. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Evergrande's default if nothing has happened. Just all-time highs. See you tomorrow.
Santa Rally it is.
All right. Later.